Oh, hey, there's people there. I'm trying to find my live stream through here. Hang on one second, just so I can find it, so that I can see your. But I don't like that because then I'm not facing you guys. Let me move this way. Stream status says it's good. Amazing, because when I always see the video later, it looks like crap. The last one I did in that classroom was all the video and the audio did not sync up at all. What's up from Michigan? Oh, thanks, Jenny. It's another Jenny. I had a Jennifer Lopez in my class today, and I just did not call her anything else but J Lo all day. I mean, obviously, that's where she was. That's who she was named after. We get that a lot. There's a lot of J Los in where I live. A lot of people love Jennifer Lopez, and there's a lot of Mark Anthony's. We get those too. But actually not so much now that they're not together anymore. Hello from the UK. Is it Annika? Well, you really can't tell me. I had an Annika in my class today with two N's, but she went by Annika. And I was like, I always say, Ryan! Oh, she won't hear me. She has a friend. No, Joey has a friend named Annika, and I would always say Annika, and Joey would always be like, Mom, it's never Annika. Today, I had an Annika. So yours is, you said, yep. Is it Annika, like O-N, or is it Annika, like the name Anne? Because I think typically it's Annika, but I got it wrong for the first time because I thought, oh, I'm thinking, it's Annika. I used to do that to my ex-husband. He could not remember how to say brie cheese, and he'd always say brie. And I'm like, it's brie. And he was like, oh, God. So the one time he got it right, I go, it's brie. And he goes, oh, that's right, it's brie. I'm like, no, it was brie. I'm like, you're wrong. So that was kind of funny. That was always a big joke between us. Okay, I think I've got... Oh, there it is, yay! I can see all you guys. Okay, I've seriously been waiting to go live just to take my pill. I usually take it at 5. Thanks, Maria Duran. I feel like I've seen your name. I've been waiting to take my pill. I usually take it at 5. It's 6:30 right now. I hope, do I sound like I'm yelling? I hope it's not too loud. I always get my daughter's friends' names, Kristen and Kirsten. Oh, totally. I would mess that up all the time. Yeah, I had a Zaid in my class today, and I know I've had him before, and I thought, his name can't be Zaid. I called him Zadeh. Like, what an idiot. I remember, like, the whole class laughed at me the last time I had him in class. Because I was thinking of Sade, S-A-D-E, and he's Z-A-D-E. I'm thinking, and I didn't know who it was. I thought maybe it was a girl. I'm all Zadeh. Everyone laughed. It's so funny to laugh at Miss Vaughn when she messes the names up. Okay, I'm having, this is like $2.35 wine, something like that. It's super cheap. It's Trader Joe's. It's Merlot. I love it. Eric's not here tonight, so I'm drinking in honor of my man who's down south right now. He's in San Diego right now. He's on a skate trip, like skateboarding, all by himself. Why did I get an alert? What's it say? Why did I get an alert from you, and what is the subject matter of this chat? Well, Miss Leslie Cameron, you got an alert because you've clicked on notifications, so it's letting you know that I went live. There is no subject matter. It's just whatever anybody wants to talk about. So if you want to talk about HIV, we can talk about that. If you want to talk about, I don't know, my substitute teaching, talk about that. If you guys want to talk about, I really don't want to talk about politics. If you want to talk about Chris Watts, I'm always down for that. You work with a Sade, and you call her Sade. Oh, how funny. Right? Whoever decided that S-A-D-E was Sade? Come on. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's an Eric. Wow, that's a totally different pronunciation. That's crazy. I see Eric's E-R-I-C-K, like the C-K, and I always say, when I say their name in class, I'm like, Eric with a C-K, and they always look at me like I'm weird, but that is unusual. But I don't think I've seen this before. I think I'm reading that right. Thank you, Portland, Oregon, yay. Got to get you guys to come out to beautiful. I know Eric's been up there. He was he in Oregon? Oh, Oregon. I think he was in Oregon. Yeah, he was just up there. I can't think of which town he was in. He went up there to get something for his Sprinter. But anyways, I thought I would take my HIV pill in front of you guys so you can see that actually nothing will happen to me. There will be no side effects, I promise you. I won't be running to the bathroom and vomiting or anything like that. I won't explode, nothing happens. I just feel very normal. I am still alive. I am still, somebody just wrote on my 16 symptoms videos today, is she still alive? I love, it's so funny. It's like, no, it was my HIV AIDS story video with my pictures and stuff. I'm like, you clearly did not watch the whole video because I'm very alive. And I talk about how I got better at the end and how I ended up having a YouTube channel and everything. I am in Santa Cruz, Leslie. I am, well, I'm in Watsonville, so just a little bit south, like 13 miles. Are you from Santa Cruz, Leslie? Yeah, I need to go to Oregon for sure. I've never been anywhere north of Ukiah or Willits. I think that's the farthest north I've gone in California because I had family in, I have family in Ukiah, Redwood Valley. So excited. I really honestly hardly ever drink, but I just feel like this was a good occasion. Why not? North New Jersey. I've been in New Jersey. I've been to Action Park, the water park, when it was a water park. I think it still is. Went there in college. I dated a boy from San Jose State. Well, he went to San Jose State with me, but he was from New York, so he went home during the summer. And I went out and visited him during the summer. It was really fun. And he lived in something Heights in New York. North, oh God, what was the name of it? I used to always remember it. Something Heights. Yorktown Heights. That was it, Yorktown Heights. Yeah, it was really beautiful up there. And New Jersey was really pretty too. I never realized, because before that, the only New Jersey I think I had seen was through Howard Stern. And like when he went to Elizabeth, I think he was in Elizabeth for one of his New Year's Eves. No, that was 1994. Anyways, he just talked about how that's a very industrial part of New Jersey, but the part that I saw was beautiful. I have accidentally skipped taking my pill. Yes, I have. Nothing happens. I just took it the next day. If you forget, which I really shouldn't ever, because I've got, all the dates or the days of the week are on there, so it's really clear whether you took it or not. But if I literally forgot, and I have an alarm on my phone, so I don't hit stop until this actually goes down my throat. Otherwise, I just keep hitting snooze, because if I hit stop and then I get distracted, I'll forget. But yeah, I have. Probably a few times, but that's about it. This is Triumec. It's not Biktarvy. I don't even know how you say that. Biktarvy? I don't know. But Biktarvy, right? This is Triumec. It's lamivudine, dolutegravir, and abacavir. Those are the 3 drugs that are in this. My boyfriend is not HIV positive. He's negative. I did not transmit it to him. And, I get into that every time I do a live. It's very, very uncommon for a woman to transmit it to a man, because HIV doesn't go through skin. So you have to think of like what the anatomy of a man is. It can't go through that. It doesn't absorb through skin. It doesn't happen. There has to be an open mucous membrane. So think of men and how they're made. There just isn't a way for it to get in. So Eric is negative. Oh, awesome, Kevin. I'm glad I inspired you. That's awesome. Thank you, Life with Asina. Okay, I'm gonna take this now. Mesty Road in Corralitos. Oh my God, you're right down the street from me. What the heck? Leslie, do I know you? Do you work for the school district? Seriously, probably everybody in Watsonville works for the school district. Mesty Road, I was just at Bradley, last week. I was at Bradley as a sub. I substitute teach in the district. If you forget or can't remember, you shouldn't take it until the next dose. Exactly, Maritza, because you don't want to double dose. It's better to just miss a dose than to double dose. So here it is, down the hatch. That tastes so good. I've been drinking Eric's Cabernet when he drinks wine. Honestly, when he's not here, I never drink wine or anything unless I go to like some social event and there might be alcohol, and it depends if I'm driving or not, but I really don't drink anything. So, but he likes Cabernet and I don't. I'm a big baby. I just like Merlot. I think it's like the lighter of the two. I just explained how my boyfriend is negative and I'm positive. I got it from somebody else, and Eric didn't get it from me because men don't really get it from women. It just doesn't happen. I know a gazillion women who have experienced what I have. When they were diagnosed, their partner didn't get it from them. They didn't know they had it, and their partner had been exposed. And it's just because of the anatomy. How is it going to go through skin? It doesn't go through skin. Okay. Now that I have a horrible short-term memory, use Alexa to remind me of several things. Somebody, there was somebody on YouTube. It was what's his name? True Crime Loser was talking about Alexa. Hi, Owen. And how I guess Alexa records everything, and they keep, like, Amazon keeps the recordings, and it like picks up on your moods and stuff. I don't know enough about Alexa, but he says he would never have that in his house. Freaks him out, like it's like a Big Brother thing. So, but I think anything that can help you remember to take it, because it does become so routine that it's very easy to forget. Even Owen says, "Do you take your pill?" Don't you, Owen?
Do I?
You do sometimes. Ryan's done that for sure. My other one, she's like, "You took it, right, Mom?"
Did you get those honey peanuts that you got?
They didn't have them. No, sorry. Oh, thanks, Dana. I don't think I'm that good about the Chris Watts stuff. I don't know. I love talking about it, but I've seen some other YouTubers who do just such a great job, and I'm like, I don't know if I should keep even talking. I don't think there's anything left to talk about, honestly. I think I covered kind of everything I wanted to. But somebody brought up this Vivint system that was in their house, and she went through her house and showed like how there's cameras like everywhere and microphones that pick up everything. And she was basically saying, that we know the police have all this, recorded, everything's on tape, or everything's been recorded somewhere. But then I saw, what's her name? Mommy Ramblings, I think is her name. And she said he absolutely did not have the cameras throughout his house. They didn't have that type of system. So just because one person has the recording system, it doesn't mean everybody does. So there's no recordings of what he did. But this True Crime Loser guy is so funny, very dry. I just like to put him on and I was doing my makeup this morning, just listening. He's hysterical. He breaks down the interrogation in such a funny, hilarious, dry way. Oh my God, he calls Chris like Lizard Boy and Chrissy Poo, and you'd have to hear him, but just the way that they slowly like strangled him with their interrogation. It was a long process. It was so many hours that he was in there, and that his normal like lying game, basically, he's just probably been a liar most of his life, and he just gets away with it because he's, who's going to question this guy? He's a nice guy, we're not going to question him, but he thought that he could like continue to use this, the lying techniques that he usually does. And just the thing with them, even like that tactic with them staring him down, like True Crime Loser said that they stared at him for 55 seconds, 55 entire seconds. Nothing was said. They didn't move. They just stared at the guy. And he's like, he's saying nothing back. Oh my God. It's like eating chocolate cake watching that. I love every single second of it. It is so brilliant the way that they just look at him like, yeah, we're ready. We're ready for you to say something. It's time. The way they broke him down was just, it was eloquent, really. It was like poetic. I love the whole thing. It was so great. Should I be loving that? I don't know why, but I do. I love that. Let's see. Leslie says, I've been figuring out how I got on your alert, and I think it was because I was so touched by your HIV video. Yes, my HIV. Oh, thank you. That's how you know me for sure. But I came to you because of the Watts video. How weird, Leslie. Because you're like literally my neighbor. That's so crazy. So I guess, did you subscribe to me? Maybe you did because of the HIV video. I just decided tonight just to go live. I never really know what I'm going to talk about, whatever, because there's so many different ways that people have found my channel, so I'm just kind of open to talking about anything. It's a fishy story. I wonder, what's a fishy story? Chris Watts? It's horrific. I've seen almost all your videos. That blows my mind, by the way. Anybody who could sit there and watch 135 videos of me, like, bless your heart. I don't know. I redid my video, saying that I was gonna be, it's on Instagram. I redid my video like 6 times. I hated the way I sounded in every single take, and I'm like, I don't know how people take listening to me. I don't know. It's funny. You just don't want to hear your own voice over and over. But thank you. She said she's seen all my videos, and I've learned so much from you, from how to protect yourself and from sex and not Give it to the man, only I also need to do my part. Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't do my part. I didn't test, and I should have. So if I had tested, I never would have been sick. I would have just started treatment, and life would have gone on. But I also probably wouldn't have ever talked about it. So it's good in a way that I got sick. It was so dramatic, all that happened, that it was like, how can I not talk about this? He came across as a nice guy, but he is a really bad dude in reality. I watched everything Chris Watts. You are very good, and you contribute lots. Thank you. Well, you're giving me lots of confidence, Dana. Maybe I'll do another video. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Jenny. I've seen you. Fist pump back. That's so, I always, like, again, I'm like blown away when I find out that people have watched all my content. That's crazy. Thank you. That's really, really nice. And I don't even know how to take that. I really don't. Thank you about my house. I try to keep it clean. My kids are not very clean, and I'm constantly cleaning. Yeah, they definitely did not get that gene that I have. My mom's really, really tidy and clean. My sister and I are both exactly the same. We're very anal about the way our houses are, although I don't know what you're seeing right now. It probably doesn't look great. But my room, my bed's always made. Everything's clean. My kids' rooms, I don't understand it. I don't understand how they put garbage all over their floor. Like, he will just take a piece of paper and tear it up into little pieces, and there's just, it's everywhere. Like, he always has batteries for his remote controls for his game controllers, because I buy them at the Dollar Tree and they're cheap and they run out fast. But he always rips that like paper off on the back and just puts paper all over his room. It drives me crazy. Maritza found me because I was researching people who were born positive, but I fell in love with your videos. Oh, thank you. Look at Maritza, if you're looking for people that were born positive. Lexi, she's in Las Vegas. I honestly can't remember her last name. Also, Brenda, Emily is what she goes by. She's on Instagram, both born positive. Oh, it was beautiful in California, wasn't it today, Dana? We had like beautiful, it felt like spring. We always get that in January. We get like a really, really beautiful week. And my boyfriend's down in, he was in, not Encinitas, but sort of down that way. He was in San Clemente this morning and then drove down to San Diego, and he said it's just gorgeous. He said it was like summer weather, really nice. I have OCD. Don't know where she came from. She's 16 and super messy. I know. It is. I get anxiety. I walk through the door with all my crap that I'm bringing in from, subbing or wherever I'm working, and the sunlight will be coming in, and I can see all the crumbs on the floor, and I start literally sweeping and vacuuming before I even take my backpack off. I cannot stand it. And I'm like going around like a nutcase, like with a little hand broom and getting all, and then we've got the dog and the cat, and everybody's like leaving dirt everywhere, and dog fur and all that. But I sweep this floor, the whole entire downstairs every single day. You wouldn't believe the pile of crap that I get. It's disgusting. Let's see, it was great in Sacramento, American River running. How funny, I've been down the American River. I used to do that like rafting thing when I was in college on the American River. I lost like 2 pairs of sunglasses doing like drinking too much. These were college days, but drinking too much on the blow up boats, and it's a big party. Everybody's going down the American River drinking, and we always get Kentucky fried chicken. Like, why would you get that when it's in cardboard boxes and everything's getting wet in the boat and it's all falling apart, and then all the water on the boat gets greasy? It's so freaking disgusting. I'll never forget that. We had like greasy Kentucky Fried Chicken feet. It was so gross. But anyways, yeah, my parents live in Roseville, and I used to live in Roseville for a little while also, so I'm familiar with that area. I was on Douglas, I think off of Douglas. Let's see, and my sister was in Granite Bay for a while. She had a swanky old house in Granite Bay. It's really nice, right on the golf course. She's in Arizona now. Okay, I'm talking a lot. I'm moving to California if it's that nice. It is nice. California's great. It's just freaking expensive. Oh, thanks, Leslie. Disarming. I gotta look that up. I'm trying to figure out how that's used towards me. I get engaging and bright. Thank you. I'm not very tidy. 3 kids and 2 of them are neat. Oh, I keep thinking, like Erica and I talk about this, that they might eventually turn into like really neat human beings once they have their own place. That might change it, but I do have nice people. Everybody's being really nice. I had somebody during my live when I was in that classroom the other day, asking me to show my boobs, so that was funny. He was actually pretty harmless, but I haven't had anybody, thankfully, say anything bad during. No, I've had one person. I just blocked him. It was fine. I was watching that guy Lockdown 23 and 1, which I'm sure none of you watched, but he's a ex-convict, and he's now a father of 4, and he has a YouTube channel that's very successful. He's very, very entertaining. He's very good at what he does. He can tell stories super well. Anyways, he went on live, and he gets a really vast. Well, I'm sure he gets a lot of guys that have maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna say who who the demographic is that follows him, but he gets a lot of crap while he's doing a live, and I think it's so hard because he's trying so hard to keep his, good spirit up and tell his stories and be, engaged with his audience. And he's seeing like crap that's being written towards him. Like, that's not easy. He tries to laugh it off, but I know it's not fun. There is a diver on YouTube that get the glasses. I don't get it. Thank you, Una. That's a cute name. Let's see. Will you and your boyfriend ever get married? You seem like a great couple. It's so funny. We don't talk about it at all. I know for him to live here, that would be a possibility. I don't care about being married because I've already been there, done that. Like, I've done the huge wedding, was married for 10 years. I've got the kids. I'm just super happy that we're together. And I know that, like, I don't need anything legal to show me that he loves me. I know he does. So I don't need that. In fact, honestly, the whole thought of doing anything legal gives me anxiety. I just love that he's with me because he wants to be with me. He could walk away at any second, and I don't feel like he will. I mean, I don't feel worried about it at all. But something about being married gives me anxiety because I've done it, and it just was it was hard. It was not easy. So I think I like the fact that we're kind of like, 50 years old and dating. I think it's kind of fun. I don't know. I think about, like, I always say Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. I love that they never got married. So I know everyone says, when you're going to get married. Eric's never been married. He has a 17-year-old son, and he was in the relationship with that mother for, I think they were together like 9 years, something like that. But I don't know. We just kind of take it, I mean, there's no, like, how do I say this? I don't think either of us are going anywhere, but we just keep planning our lives ahead. But, like, my life could have ended, 2 years ago, and, like, we could have gone ahead and, I don't know, like, I don't stress about it, I guess is all I'm thinking, because, we don't even know what tomorrow will bring. So I'm just happy we're together. I really am. Oh, awesome. I don't know if it's Annika or Annika, I never clarified, but I'm glad that you're talking about your life with cerebral palsy. And an ostomy, is that like the ostomy bag? Is that what it is? I know a guy locally who has one of those. He ended up with Crohn's, and he had the bag wasn't reversible, if that's what you're talking about. HIV vaccine. I always hear that they're going to start human trials in 2019. That's the last I've heard. Bye, Ollie, Sir Greenstone. Thanks for joining. Kevin Hamilton, my internet connection messed up. Not sure if you answered my question. What was it again, Kevin? I'll answer it. I'm just trying to kind of go down the list.
Ryan hasn't unblocked me.
Eric has totally proven his love beyond a doubt. Like, there is, I mean, really. Like, somebody just asked me, Josh Robbins, he sent me he needed an answer for an article, and he said, now that you're HIV positive, what is love to you? And I said, what was the word? It's absolute acceptance. And I said, it's more it's more deep than I could ever even imagine now than it was then, because he's talking to Ryan. Because if you can accept me with this, then I know you're really here because you truly love me. Like, there's no, I can't
see any of her
there's no
stuff.
doubts, obviously.
You have to,
Oh, wait, it went up too fast. I'm trying to answer everything. Yes, Eric's son, he was actually on the live last week with us. His name's Cedric. He has been out here twice. And he's bilingual, French, English. He has awesome English. He's a super sweet kid.
Instagram.
Just enjoy each day. Exactly. I don't practice mindfulness. I don't. I should. I always think that sounds nice, and then I just feel like I can't ever take a second to do anything where I stop besides sleeping. Um, Seven Bridges case, and how do you feel about educating kids about those with chronic health issues? I don't know about the Seven Bridges case. I feel about educating kids about those with chronic. Oh, I think it's the most important thing ever. Today I was. Hi, Misty. I'm new to this PE class. I'm going to be with these kids for 6 weeks, and so I met my fourth and sixth period kids today. I didn't have them yesterday because it's a block schedule. So, I had everybody sit on their numbers, and eventually someone typically will say, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" Because the word's gotten out, and I'm like, "Yes," and they're like, "You do?" And then you hear everybody go, "What? She does?" And then of course, "How many subscribers?" That's the first question. So then I tell them, and then they literally shit their pants. It's kind of funny. And then they want to know, how much do you get paid? They always ask that. And then they want to know, well, why do you have a YouTube channel? What's it about? So, I always say, well, I was really sick a few years ago, and I did a video about being sick, and I thought that I would share it with my Facebook family, so I needed a longer format, so I put it on YouTube, and I said, but I didn't know anybody else out there was going to watch it. But I guess when you call something your HIV/AIDS story, people are going to click on it. So, within like a week, I had 1,000 views, and it just kept going. By 3 weeks, I think I had 15,000. And here I'm somebody who only had 300 friends on Facebook. So I was just, it was crazy seeing 15,000. Yeah.
Ryan said she doesn't have me blocked.
We'll have to figure it out after. I don't know. So anyways, where was I going with this? So the class was like, and then I always say I was sick, and then I got better, and then I think, well, when's a good time just to like throw it at them and say I have HIV, and then I had AIDS, and I always kind of like to look at them in the eye when I tell them that, just because I think it's really important for them to know that I'm comfortable talking about it. And so I said, I have HIV, I was diagnosed with AIDS, and I said, but I'm all better now. I said I take a pill a day and I'm okay. And so it's just sometimes they're shocked, sometimes they don't, they're completely ambivalent, they don't say anything, they don't, whatever. And sometimes they ask more questions, and I always say, I heard somebody kind of asking somebody else, or like saying, whispering, and I said, you can totally ask me anything. I said, I'm public about it, I'm totally comfortable talking about it, so ask me. So yes, I feel like the more people talk about any condition, the better it is for everybody. In fact, that goes along with me working with special ed kids. I had never done that before until about was it like a year before I was diagnosed? Anyways, I had never worked with the special ed kids, and I would see the aides working with them, and the teachers and stuff, and I thought, oh my God, I could never do that. You see some of the kids are like putting their arms up and they're falling down and they're making all these noises, and like, I'm like, that looks scary. I don't know how to handle any of that. And so they asked me if I would take on a class of 3 boys that were had autism. They weren't nonverbal. And I said to the secretary, I'm like, I don't think I could do that. And she's like, you'll be fine. So I'm like, okay. So I took the class, and oh my God, I fell in love with these 3 boys. Like literally that day, Luis and Jared and Marcelino. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I love them. They taught me so much about just being human and just being so thankful and grateful for everything. These kids were unreal. So just getting to like learn about kids with autism or kids with some kind of, special need made me look at that entire population completely differently. It was, so I think, oh, am I frozen? Oh crap.
The whole time?
No, I don't know. I can drink alcohol. I don't know why this happened last time too. Is it because you're down here with me, Owen? Mm-hmm. And